All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live right here on Facebook. Welcome to the U-Turn Show. We are about to start the show right now, so everybody come on in. If you will share the video as well, and we're gonna go back. I'm gonna switch the mics to the radio station, so we only have about 30 or 40 seconds to the show start. So.
WBISLP 1069, Winterville, Ayden, Grifton, Southside, Greenville, North Carolina.
I try to be a better man, but folks just don't understand. Try to do all I can to deal with this addiction in me. Lord, I wanna change. I can't stay the same. But the sins that in my vein is trying its best just to kill me.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, welcome to the U-Turn Show. I am your host, Richard Taylor, and we are broadcasting live 106.9 FM, WBIS on your FM dial, also radio. Thank you all for tuning in once again to the Tuesday night edition of the U-Turn Show. We certainly appreciate everyone who tunes in on a weekly basis. Also, I do want to welcome the Facebook family who's watching the live stream. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you like and share the video. Also, if you haven't downloaded the app yet, please go to WBIS awesomeradio.org to download the app. You can find the app on Google Play, the Apple Store, or Alexa. And also feel free to call in. This is the interactive show. The call-in number is 252-756-2008. And once again, I want to thank you for joining. Thank God for allowing us to make it through another week with all this going on. So we're going to get right into it, man. I got a very special guest, man. This young man, I met him about 5 years ago at an event, and we've been keeping it tight ever since, man. He's a very, very special young man with a lot of talents, with a lot of drive, with a lot of heart. So I want to introduce my guest, man, Markie Riddick. How you doing tonight, sir?
I'm doing good, bro. I think that.
All right. And as you see, man, he got the banner up there, man. He's a model for a beard company. He's also a designer, activist, entrepreneur. So he wears a lot of different hats, man. So I definitely want to just congratulate him on all your success, man. And, of course, the U-Turn Show does feature people like myself and yourself who travel down the wrong road, but also made substantial changes to change their life. So we're going to get around that. We have some comments already. Fahim Alexander threw up a lot of 100s, and also Fahim Alexander said you're all around cool dude. So shout out.
Appreciate it.
And also
Fahim was definitely a good brother.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, and I can't forget Miss James calling with questions live.
Yes, neat.
Thank you for that, Miss James. But we will get right into it. Sharice Boyd Jackson. Hey, Sharice. So we got a lot of people already tuning in. But we're going to get right into the story, man. You're from Elizabeth City, right?
Right, that's right.
Okay, so how was I always start off with the childhood, man. How was your childhood growing up?
Man, childhood wasn't bad. I was a bad kid, of course, still. But man, as far as family wise, it wasn't bad at all.
So you didn't have. I always ask this as well to all of my guests, especially the men, because we do have that stigmatism about fathers not being around or fathers not being active. Now,
Right.
I know you are very active with your son, and actually
Right.
happy birthday to young Marky. Today is his birthday.
Appreciate it.
I know you are very active with your son, but how was your relationship with your father, or was there a relationship?
Yeah, it was a relationship. It was fair. I mean, I was a little hard headed. I mean, but he tried. He definitely tried.
Okay.
Yeah, he tried.
So you had a pretty good childhood, would you say?
Yeah.
And I always say the same. My child was good, but I started to just go the wrong way. So at what point in life did you start to go? Would you say, looking back, did you start going the wrong way?
I can't really say I had a reason. I just like what I saw. I mean, but I really didn't want for anything. My mom and dad made sure I had it all, but I like what I saw and follow a bad path that I didn't want to imagine I got into.
Okay, so what age would you say that you started getting to mischief, as we say?
I started being a little mischief in probably junior high school. Middle school actually. Middle school. I'm hanging around some brothers that I grew up with. Play ball with. We go out to play ball. We go smoke a little weed or something like that. A little early in the age.
Okay.
But it's when I started being a little mischief after a while. But no, it led to different things.
All right. Okay. So it led to an incident that sent you to prison for a while, right?
Yeah.
So how old were you when this incident occurred?
I was 24.
You was 24.
Yeah.
All right, so get a little people, the people your interpretation of what happened and what led up to the incarceration.
I'm gonna say it without exposing some people.
Okay.
Like I do got code D's, but someone's on it. We everybody doing good. You know what I'm saying? So I'm out, someone's out, but I'm gonna blow past that. But thing of it is, we decided to go rob some people. Let's say that.
Okay.
And from a robbery, it turned out to be a murder.
Okay.
So from a robbery, from a murderer, to a murder, put all of us in the jeopardy of facing capital murder, life sentence, stuff like that. So with the course of the sentencing, or going through the process, they start adding on different other charges like burglary, robbery. No, it's not adding on stuff to it.
Yeah, pilot. Yeah,
No. So when they start doing that, that's when they start wanting to trickle down how they want to handle you. So that's what we're told, from capital murder to I can say this, from capital murder to dropping that, to dropping the robbery, dropping the burglary, to point that's accepting second degree murder.
Okay.
So me personally, I didn't have no weapon during the time when this happened, but I guess what they call active in concert. So it's like, if you don't say what's going on or what happened ahead of time, they can hit all y'all with these charges.
Definitely.
So with that being said, from that going on, is like, how can I say this? By them doing that and having the charges on you, it's almost they gonna find a way to stamp you. So when they put that stamp on you, still make it hard for your future.
Yeah.
You didn't get away with nothing. You'll get something to make it hard for your future. That came an outlook that happened. I started looking at after the fact. Like, that, no matter what, I'm trapped. So, in other words, they have a record on you regardless. It's gonna hinder your future.
So when you were going through that at the age of 24, how much time did they give you?
I was facing 480 months.
480 months.
80 months. Yeah, so that's like 40 years.
They always put it in months. That make
it sound better.
Yeah.
Make it sound good.
Yeah. 488 months, but they say 40 years. Like, whoa. Yeah, that's tough, right? So you were facing 480, and then I assume you took a plea.
I took a plea, but what came with a plea was the lawyer that I had, Ms. Ruffin, she was out of Windsor actually, and what was going on with that was I was already doing my own research then. What they call I think what they call it, man. But it's almost like other words. Either you get hit with a fine, get called prep for judgment. So looking for prep for judgment.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So
Prep
I start doing a little bit of research on a case similar to mine that might happen in the 50s or the 60s and 70s. The point where kind of about it. So how can you challenge before I actually did to my plea? I started doing my own research so I could know how to fight my own case and deliver it to my lawyer.
Yeah.
So
a lot of people don't do though.
Yeah. So what I did was I produced it to my lawyer about the after concert. Came with the same case, same how many people. I got 5 people in my case. So with the same amount of people, pretty much same circumstances. So I asked for a prep for judgment, but she was telling me that they're not gonna give me that. So I'm like, all right, cool. I mean, that was my only option. So when I just got in front of the judge, his name Judge Parker. They actually gave me prep for judgment.
Oh yeah.
So yeah. I gave prep for judgment, but I don't think it worked out the way I thought it would be. But when it came to the sentencing phase, they actually gave me opportunity to have 92 months, which is about 7 years.
Okay.
92 months, something like that. And I know if I don't accept this, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I went for it.
Yeah, so you did 92 months, about seven some change.
Yeah, 7 change, yeah.
How was that time? How was that time? And because a lot of cats go in, get worse while they in there. A lot of cats go in and fool around and they get out and then they right back in there. But you have I met you like probably a year after you got out, so you've done wonders. So what kind of mindset did you use when you was in there, and how was the time to kind of make sure that when you got out you was on the right path?
To be honest, I was still doing the same thing when I was in there.
Oh, yeah?
When I first got in there, I was still doing the same thing. Staying around some brothers. I mean, I gotta eat. You know what I mean? You gotta eat. So it's like I start doing some stuff I ain't supposed to be doing. I ain't gonna say too much. So the brothers I dealt with still down. So and they're doing like a couple light sentences that I was actually kicking them with. So like we still doing some crazy stuff.
Okay.
But the turnaround came was when my grandmother became sick. My grandma became sick. She was she was like 80, but close to 90, I guess.
Okay.
But she was still in a healthy mode. So it was like when I got sent to prison, that's when her part of was failing. I mean, I stopped feeling like that I was the cause of that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like from then on, I started saying, well, I'm gonna start finding a way, trying to find God. That's it. I need to find God.
Okay.
So I'm going different. So I'm going inside of different all of the Christians to the church, where the choirs, whoever going in prison, whatever. I didn't from the view everything. I'm not gonna get too much of that, but I ain't like what I saw.
Okay.
I said that. So after that, I started getting involved with doing research on different other religions that I'm familiar with out in the streets.
Okay.
So I know about the more science,
a lot of brothers down.
The Muslim community, and all that stuff. Right. So I like what I saw when it came to the more science. So I'm doing my little research on more science, know about Ali and all the things about him and everything. To the point where I start gaining a little bit of ranking within the Muslim community, with the more science community.
Okay.
So like, but at the same time, it's the individuals that turned me away.
Okay.
I felt in my heart that won't it. So when I was down there, I know I never had no high school education. I had no GED or nothing. I dropped out of high school at my senior year, actually.
Okay.
So I know my mom was one of really like, no, out her life, all I want to do is have graduate, get your GED or something. That's all she wanted all life. So I said, well, I'm going to go try to get my GED. So I went and try to get my GED. Started on that, and I met this Muslim brother. Now I gotta say this Muslim brother name because it's my heart. His name is Kareem. Sorry, named Keith Hall. Good brother of mine.
Keith Hall, Kareem.
Yeah, he the one that helped me get tight. Okay. So we met actually in GED class at Morris Correctional.
Okay.
And he was Muslim. But no, I'm just more science. I mean, since the guy from off the fresh and everything else. But we kind of built a friendship off communication, like about different things. I mean, just hanging, talking about what's going on outside the street, what we did was younger, what he did was younger. Actually, he faced like 5. He got 5 life sentences, actually, no 3. So it's like
serving them now.
Yeah, he's still during this time. And when I met him, he was only 5 years down during this time. So, so I started asking him the questions about what's going on with this Muslim thing. I see he wears kufi and everything. So I mean, for me in the outside in the world before I went to prison, we didn't hear too much. My area, we didn't hear about no Muslim and all that stuff. Our Muslim was Wu-Tang. You see what I'm saying? We got not from Wu-Tang in my little area. So
God, what's up?
Yeah,
God? Peace.
Yeah, that's all we knew. You know what I'm saying? So it's like me speaking to him and like how he would talk and like that was going with this Muslim thing. So I started going to the Islamic service, everything. So I really like what I heard, and I like the community, how everybody joined together in the community.
Okay.
So I started doing that and learn different things about the community to the point where I said, you know what? But I think I'm gonna take my shahada. So took my shahada, but before I took my shahada, I already knew different things about Prophet Muhammad because I did my research to the point where I took my shahada, I got quiz, I already had knowledge just that quick.
Okay.
So then from then on, now I've been tested by some of the brothers that it be brothers probably been Muslim during this time 30, 40, 50 years. I'm so key on the knowledge and real quick on it to the point you can ask me anything. I'm dead on it. Elaborate, brother, elaborate. I can break it down quickly. We're like, whoa. I mean, so then I started gaining a little bit of leadership and different things in the Muslim community.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? A little different positions to the point where I got to the point where I get in a certain camp, I become a prayer leader over a couple of brothers kind of thing. I mean, we're schooling, I mean, it was love, but I really love what I saw, the unity I saw.
Okay. So now with the religious aspect, truly, Justin Wolfer said, truly amazing story, brother. You deserve the best. But okay, so with the religious aspect helped you, but also did you gain any other trades while you was in there?
From the beginning, no. But I started working in the kitchen. But when I and then doing the GED, yes. But when I went to they shipped me from the Morby down to Pamlico, Pamlico Correctional. That's when I started pursuing more of my GED. Then I realized I grew up, man. I'm like, hold on, man. I wasted all my years out there in the world playing, and then I realized how important knowledge was. So this on getting at Islam and reading it and studying would help me gain knowledge of knowing how important education was.
Okay.
So that would actually kept me on my path because like if I went to Pamlico, I started doing my I finished my GED way early. I mean, I got it quicker than it said most people have gotten in the system.
Okay.
So I went there, now I started taking education about chat book writing and all that stuff they don't do out here mostly when you're young. So I'm learning more about money. You know what I'm saying? And I went for that and I started taking like brick masonry classes, heating that classes, and all that stuff. I actually heating that while I was in school, but I didn't think I'd be coming out doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was there so I can get my time work down because the more schooling you do, the more you can cut your time down to get out early.
Okay.
So that's what it did.
All right. So when it's time to get out, what's your mindset? You know what I'm saying? Like what did you actually have a plan, or you just was playing?
Yeah. I had a plan. I had a plan from I got out 2014. My plan was already done in 2012. I didn't get out and execute it.
You did?
Saying? Yeah, I did. I had a plan since 2012. I didn't get out to execute my plan. I had my plans written down and everything.
So what did you do? What did your plan consist of, and how did you work it?
My plan was always to come out to be my entrepreneur anyway.
Okay.
You know but my plan was to do pressure washing when I got out. So I want to start a pressure washer business.
So you did you start it?
Yeah, actually, when I got out, I started. No, I'm back up. Actually, I started working with my pops. My dad owned a landscape business.
Okay.
So I started doing work with him. Then I started doing pressure washing while I had to build my money up like I wanted to. I actually came home with absolutely nothing. So I came home with books and high blood pressure medication is what I came home with.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So
how your blood pressure doing now?
It's fair. It's fair.
Yeah, I think we talked about that last time we talked.
Yeah. So I started doing that and with my dad. Then I started working on my pressure washer business. And I actually gained like businesses with 14 hardest from North Carolina to Virginia, doing like pressure washing the building and walkways, stuff like that. So I got 14 contracts with them.
Okay.
Yeah, doing a couple of houses and stuff like that. But at the same time, we're a little too slow for me. So I had to get a job at a place called B&M Contractors doing electrical work. So I'm start doing that, working there for a little bit, doing electrical work, and that's when I kind of met my son's mother. Okay. And during this time, she became pregnant, and the company I used to work for was actually start laying people off. But they laid off the people. How can I say this? Okay, I'm gonna say like this. Some of the black boys that was there, I'm keep it like that.
Yeah, keep real.
White, whatever. What they did was they laid off the black folks and kept the white ones.
Okay.
So, but it said the layoff would be about 3 weeks. But when the 3 weeks turned to be a little too quiet for me, to the point where then they're talking about go get unemployment, and then we get unemployment, we're gonna call you right back. But it was too quiet. So the guy I met at the unemployment office, I also shout out to a girl at the toy. She actually helped me get things started as well. But he was like, you need to think about going through some school. And I said, man, I think about no schooling, bro. I mean, I got a
baby on
the child on the way.
Yeah,
man, forget that. I mean,
yeah.
So that I think unemployment that during that time was still during that time, but unemployment was about 4 months. So that 1 month turned to 2, then 2 to 3. Now on that last month, I'm like, yo, something got to give, and no other job is coming my way.
All right, hold that thought. Don't forget that thought, man. We got to take a station break, but we're going to be right back with my special guest, Markie Riddick, right here on 106.9 FM Awesome Radio. Stay tuned.
Don't let management trample on your religious rights in the workplace. Stay tuned.
Legal perspectives on the tough issues Christians and secular workplaces today are facing. This is the Legal Alert with attorney David Gibbs Jr. of the Christian Law Association.
There are thousands of Christians in secular work, and it's a tragedy how many don't realize they have substantial religious rights in the workplace. Assuming your company meets some basic criteria, it is required by law to allow you to have the same rights regarding religious speech that other co-workers have with secular speech. Let me repeat that. You have the same right with religious speech that your other co-workers have with secular speech. Do your co-workers discuss football at lunch? Then you can share your faith with a willing listener as well. Don't miss the word willing. It's vital that you stop should a coworker ask you to stop. Call our offices at the Christian Law Association today. Let us give you what are your rights in the workplace regarding your right to witness protected by the law.
Our free newsletter addresses lots of issues like the ones we've been discussing today. It's an invaluable tool. Why not sign up for it now at christianlaw.org. christianlaw.org.
Useless appendix? This is Ken Ham on a mission to strengthen the global church with God's Word. This week, we're looking at supposed examples of bad design in our bodies. Now, the first popular example is our appendix, but this argument has been debunked for years. Evolutionists often argue that the appendix is a useless leftover and a creator never would have given us one, but such thinking holds back science. You see, more research has shown the appendix has a very good purpose. Think of it as a safe house. The good bacteria that we need in our guts can live there, and if you get sick, they repopulate your gut. Sure, you can live without an appendix, but it's much better to have one. Our bodies aren't filled with bad design. We're fearfully and wonderfully made.
Subscribe to receive daily email insights from Ken Ham when you visit our award-winning website at AnswersRadio.com or listen to this program again at AnswersRadio.com.
We are the station that provides inspiration for the family and ministry teaching for practical Christian living. Awesome Radio.
Lord, I hope this ain't too late for me to die up in these streets. Oh Lord, can you help me?
And we are back. here, 106.9 FM Awesome Radio, the U-Turn Show. I'm your host, Richard Taylor. I got my special guest, Markie Riddick. Just a little bit of comments real quick. Justin Walford said, truly amazing story, brother. You deserve the best. Printed says, amazing story. Sharice Boyd Jackson, hey, Sharice, great so far. And Fahim Alexander said, why? And Printed James said, let's go. I thank all of y'all once again for interacting with the show. Once again, if y'all can call in if you want to, and make some comments. But we were just talking about, so you got you at the unemployment office, and you got the baby on the way, and he asked you to take some classes.
Yeah, and like I said, my son in an incubating situation during that time. It was my son. I mean, he in the stomach, so I mean, he ain't fully developed, but it's fine that she's pregnant. Let's say that.
Okay.
But so when I'm unemployment, I was like, you think about some school? And I'm like, nah, man, I got a child, and I gotta put food on the table. I gotta make sure that he eat.
Yeah.
So he in the born, y'all ready for him to eat. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
When it happened, so I kind of fell back from that. So I started trying to still doing the pressure washing, but still not coming fast enough.
Mm-hmm.
And the unemployment was actually slowing down. So not too long on that last month of the unemployment, I goes to this guy at the unemployment office, sign up roster, get in everything, and I asked to speak to him. And when he opened the door, he said, "What can I do for Mr. Riddick?" I said, "Well, you might get ready and sign me up for the for simple education." Okay. And he called me in the office, smiled, called me in the office, everything. He said, "Mr. Riddick, so I'm glad that you came by the office." He said, "Because tomorrow was my last day here in the unemployment office. I'm going back to build my kids back in Boston."
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So he signed me up, and now I'm at the last minute of the sign up for schooling. So he got me in there early. My plan was to go in there to go to school for electrical, be electrician.
Mm-hmm.
But for some reason, the teacher that was teaching electrician class at the time actually quit, so they had no electrician teacher. So I ended up going for heating and air. I told her I need to find some way to have some type of job security. I said, I mean, no matter what, I got that under my belt, I could always make some money.
You got that skill.
Yeah, having that skill, right? So he signed me up for the unemployment for the schooling. I got in there. Also set it up for that. It's actually called the WIOA program, and all unemployment had this program. What it does is they go to schooling for free. They pay for all your schooling, even pay for your travel to go to school. So going back and forth to travel, they pay for all that. Schooling is free. I got my education, and back a little bit. So at the time, my professor, his name is Gene Williams, shout out to him as well. At 11 students out that classroom, went back up a little bit. Mr. Gene Williams, the house that I had my incident in, that the guy was murdered in, killed in, my professor's house is right beside that house. You know what I'm saying? And we never knew each other. He never thought about, so one day he happened to give a description in a class about there was a murder that happened beside his house so many years ago and all this stuff. And he had a conversation. I said, I stopped in mid of his top. I said, can I say something, Mr. Williams? I said, I was one of those guys that was involved in that situation.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he trying to tell a story that he don't really know. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So you were telling it wrong.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so I actually had something that I'm one of the guys in that situation. So it was like you should have seen that spread, like, huh? What I mean?
Yeah.
So, but for that, I think that right there started our friendship because from the honesty standpoint, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So from that been on, like I said, we had 11 students in that classroom, and I told him from the beginning I started at school. I said, "Sir," I said, "I got a baby to be born pretty soon." I said, one day I'm gonna get that phone call, and I'm not gonna say nothing to you. I'm gonna jump out and haul and you know what I'm saying, and head to the hospital.
Yeah.
He said, when that time come, just go. You know what I'm saying? So the months that went by from that month to that following year kick in, and now I get that phone call. My phone ring. I looks up. He said, "Go." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he already
knew.
Yeah.
So then when I had my son, came back, and now I'm in the process. Now I'm getting close to the point where school's about to come to an end. I'm a hands-on type of person.
Uh-huh.
I learn better hands-on. When it comes to books, I can really understand, but I'm a better when it comes to skill. If I can feel and tell what's going on, I grasp a whole lot better.
Yeah.
When it comes to skill. So, it was 11 students in that class, and now get time where we got to prepare for fitting school and get prepared for having your fidget license. And when it comes to fidget license, we had to learn 400 questions by heart and answer them by heart. And it's a CD. We had to learn and memorize all these questions because on the test you don't know what you're gonna have.
Yeah.
So, in the process, we had my son, and my son's mother is at the house, and I'm studying for this test. Going with no help. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So what I had to do was, while I'm studying, I have my son beside me to the point where I'm asking him questions like he understand what I'm saying, so I can actually learn him. He teach me how to memorize by me asking him questions.
Okay.
And I'm getting a response from it, just not able to study. So in the case of that, I actually passed this test. Out of 11 on 3 of us passed it that first time, and I was 1 of 3. You know what I'm saying? And the test is really hard because you don't know what's on that test. I passed that test and graduated. Now it's get to the point where it's time to go on the field work and pretty much find a job.
So find a job, or did you start off starting your own business?
Say it again.
I said, did you find a job with somebody else, or did you just jump out and just start doing your own thing?
I started working a company out of Virginia. It was called Ecotech.
Okay.
And it was called Ecotech. Got my first job. Come to find out, by me working for that company, I'm not getting paid for this job yet. I don't know why, but after I quit this job, I actually found out that was a fraudulent job to taking people money. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And not paying people and employees because it was actually a fraudulent job.
Okay.
I don't know how they got away with it, but they did. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So I end up I know I won't go back to B&M contractors because how they did the layoff, whatever. I know I'm going back there. I actually got a cousin that graduated with me as well. But what I did was I started working with a company. A friend of mine named Magoo, Matt Magoo. Shout out to my brother, white boy, good brother. Like I gotta say, good brother.
Yeah.
So he introduced me to a guy named Tim called Hardcore Air out of Virginia. Out of House Point, North Carolina. So I link up with them, do a few jobs with them. The other side, I still don't have the on hand skill trade that I needed. But I also determined to learn that I actually go home and I would go on my laptop and I would buy a heat and air simulation game.
Okay.
So I can learn how to do heat and air while I'm home through a simulation through my laptop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when I get on the field, I can apply it to the field.
Yeah.
So what I did was I started doing that to the point where I get on the field, I grasp it easy and fast to the point where I'm learning jobs and how to troubleshoot so quickly as ridiculous to the point that the guy I was working for talked to my professor like, yo, I don't know where you got this guy Markie from, but he one of the best guys I ever seen coming straight out of school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I learned that real easy. Me and the company had a run in based off other employee situations.
All right.
So one of the employees, on that note to point kind of threatened me for my life for no particular reason to point where I'm learning so daggone quickly to point learning how to do duck blasting and all of the stuff. And actually this guy would come over and actually mess the system up on the computer for the duck blast to the point where I can't get my readings right.
Okay.
So for me saying something to him, he threatened to hurt me.
Yeah.
So the point of that is while he was threatening to hurt me, I had a knife. I went and got a knife, of course. You know what I'm saying? I'll be honest with you, we got a knife, of course. I was like, well, if you ever come down here, I'm gonna do surgery on you. So I had to head a certain way, then I ain't playing with him. But he came down. He literally came down. But he walked past it, now I could smell the bill in his face. You know what I'm saying? Through his breath. You know what I'm saying? So it was like he didn't touch me, but he walked past that close. But I know as long as he didn't touch me, he ain't got no action. So he did what he supposed to do, was walk past me. So then I actually told the owner, like, yo, I'm going to, it's time for me to quit. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Hold that thought. We got one more station break. We're going to be coming right back with Mr. Marky Riddick, 106.9 FM.
Hollywood Live with Tanya Hart.
Khalees's husband of 7 years, Mike Mora, shared a devastating update in his battle against stage 4 stomach cancer with his more than 12,000 followers. He shared a screenshot of his biopsy results, which revealed he had a malignant tumor. And this, of course, was on Instagram. So, it was just the most horrifying, unexpected news, he wrote. We are just sending prayers to him and Khalees. They have had kind of a time of it since they've been married. And we're just hoping that he can get well. There's a lot of cancer research going on these days. And my feeling is that if you can hang in there longer, they just might find a cure. So our well wishes go out to Khalees and her husband, Mike Mora. And for all these stories and a whole lot more, don't forget to follow me on social media at Tanya Hollywood and at AURN Online. And whatever you do, you got to check out AURN's YouTube channel at AURN.com.
Christian inspiration for the family and ministry, teaching for practical Christian living.
All right, and we are back once again, 106.9 FM, back from our station break. And just a couple of more comments I want to read. Miss James said, "Time to pivot." We're gonna talk about that because so pretty much you branched out.
Yeah.
After that instance, how hard or how easy was it for you to gain your clientele?
I believe. I'm gonna back up a little bit. During all this time that I was going through with this company and everything, that's when I met you and met with the Man Foundation. So people don't really know what I'm going through. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why I met everybody else through that situation. And that's when I start formulating. Ashley made Pivot. She said Pivot. Ashley made Pivot when I got out. Actually,
yeah. Pivot. Now Pivot is the clothing line, right?
Yeah. That started maybe 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah.
Pivot is the clothing line. And explain Pivot. What does Pivot mean?
Pivot got something to do with mental statement. That's the headline. But Pivot was when it based off basketball. So when I pass you that ball, you got a couple of choices to make. Either you shoot the ball, pass the ball, but first you got to do is pivot. No matter where, you got to pivot all around a circle. You got to make a decision.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the decision is to win, to score. You know what I'm saying? But I took mine my scoring is turned into a positive situation.
Yeah.
That's my pivot.
It's almost like this show right here, the U-turn. You pivoted like because when we met, I remember you explaining it to you. Like you pivot, you turn from from a different way and you pivot. When life gives you a situation, sometimes you got to pivot and go the opposite direction. So I remember that. I remember that when she said pivot. Appreciate you, James. Appreciate you. So you pivoted. You started doing the HVAC.
Yeah. So even doing the HVAC, like I said, I got to a point where I didn't get tired of school. I kept want to find something to go to school for. So I actually started going to school to be a nail tech while I'm working for HVAC.
I remember that too. Yeah, I remember that too.
I've been doing nail tech because I started thinking about the value how women love to make themselves look good. You know what I'm saying? So I got a little feedback from my hometown, you gave and all this stuff, whatever. I don't care nothing about that. I know what I'm trying to get to. You know what I'm saying? My thing is to make sure that I satisfy that customer over there, which a female gonna pay for her beauty. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I went for. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the lady that actually taught me nails, whatever. But what's going on with that part was I even had my own setup, my own house, had my own manicure table, pedicure table, everything in my own house. So I was going strong with it. But at the same time, a little too slow for me. You know what I'm saying? So,
everything was slow for you.
Yeah, it was slow for me. Because like one thing I learned doing this field that a lot of our people are scared to leave the ages alone. I don't know why, but they want to leave them ages alone.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's a tough field. But I mean, I'm not saying it's not marketable either, but I know it's tough for me to say that. So, but I thought, shoot, a woman would love for a man to do their feet. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking. But so with the case of being during that time, I said, you know what, it's a little too slow. And I just quit my job. All the heating up during that time. So when I had saved up, I invested. Actually had some equipment for. I actually got that heat in that job. Cause when I was in school, I was already buying some of my tools while I was pressure washing. You know what I mean? If I quit all that as well. So by the time I finished quitting that company, I pretty much had everything.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So during that time,
was working.
Yeah. So I pretty much just took a leap, bro. But I know during that time, I was with that company. I was doing a little side work, little repair work, everything on the people units. I actually developed that knowledge of how to go on my own. You know what I'm saying? So when I quit the company, I just took a leap. You know what I'm saying? Like I did a pressure washer, like I did the nails. I just took a leap. You know what I'm saying? But this particular leap here was the best one. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Out of all my leaps, this was the best leap.
What, the HVAC?
Yeah, definitely, bro.
Okay. And so now you to the point where you good. Like you got jobs, you got a good reputation, you get clients, referrals, and everything. I see you out working, man. So I definitely want to commend you because, like I said, I remember when you were just getting that. I you know what I'm saying? Like I when I met you at that event, I knew, you know, of course it was something going on. You just getting out, you know what I'm saying? So you're trying to find yourself, but you couldn't really tell, you know what I'm saying? But I knew the mindset that you had then that you were going to be successful because you was already in the right place with a positive event, with positive people. So once again, I just want to commend you. So now let's talk about the banner behind you. Now, everybody see the beard, you know what I mean? I'm trying to grow my joint right there. I'm a long ways away.
Hey, ain't nothing to it, bro. You got to make it happen, bro.
So how did you get into the modeling, you know, with the beard and the beard products?
The beard product came from a lady named Kazir. That she had a beard show. I mean, I said a beard party. I thought it was maybe the 2018, 19, and she was calling me, inbox like come to an event and all this stuff. I'm like, nah, I gotta work. I ain't better make it. But she kept inboxing me. I said, know what? I go on the strip that others just support. Mm-hmm. So when I get there, I also think it was a party. I mean, I immediately everything I started, I immediately go to the bar, give me a drink or whatever. And this lady, Tamika, she was one of the bartenders there, and we have a conversation like, why you not at the event? I said, I just kind of support for the lady that's having it. She's like, nah, you got to get in that. And I said, nah, I'm good. I'm still a little shy. Like, nah, I'm good. I'm glad.
Yeah.
And she's like, so she asked me pretty much stop. They're like, yo, y'all didn't put this man here in it. I mean, stop pointing at him and everything. So I actually got in the event, and actually the lady that's commenting, Dr. J, Miss Panique, she was actually one of the vendors there. She didn't know me, I didn't know her. I mean, we didn't even speak at the event, nothing like that. So from the event, I actually won the event.
So it was like a beer contest.
Yeah, it had to be a beer contest. Yeah, but I didn't know that's what it was from the beginning. But that's what it was. And I actually got in, and then I ended up winning it. So that led on to Miss Panique. I think we linked up. I think they might have told who won the event, whatever is on the way could be, and she inboxed about doing what they call a beer and cigar show for her. Okay. And she had thought mind doing a commercial for the event. I'm like, nah, no problem. I get that do the commercial with her, and man, this is where we at. This is how we end up right here where we at right now through that event. Yeah. That one event was led to this, and that event had to be a humbug of mine, but I think it was destined. It was pretty much destined that way.
Yeah,
yeah.
You got a big. I mean, I saw a big billboard. You had a few big billboards out. Around the town. Like that's why I put the caption up from the big house to the billboard, because I saw that billboard, and you know, you actually had your son out there with you. What did he say when he saw you? You know, like real high above the sky, up in the sky.
Yeah. When he saw it, was like, that's you, Dad? I'm like, yeah. He like, why? No, man. Like, why you up there?
Why you up there?
Yeah, so I explained it to him. He like, yeah, I understand, but I don't think he did. But cool, Dad. No, that type thing. Yeah. So
yeah, and let me get into that too, man, because I see you with your son all the time, and you know, you definitely, you know, keep them around you, keep them talking to you, keep them active, you know, stay teaching them positive things. How important it is that is you, you know, and how does that keep you on the right path, you know, knowing that you got them watching.
When I say, my son keep me grounded, bro, he keep me all the way grounded. Like I always wanted a son. I mean, one time I think I can have kids. You know what I'm saying? Even during time I'm incarcerated, even though I got a date coming home, I'm still praying to Most High, at least let me get one son. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I didn't know as soon as I got out, I could have one. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know it could put him be like that. It's like out 1 year, then boom, little Marquis coming. So it's like, so they let me know that Most High been listening. You know what I mean? Blessed with a son. And my dad has been there. I know, but I know I want to be like to the point where my mindset was at the time, I gotta make sure that I'm fully in that. There ain't no in and out. I'm all the way in when it comes to my son. So it's like even with him and me and son's mother was on bad terms to the point where I actually wasn't able to see him for a few months. Based on mother father can't get along. They said that I don't get too much. I mean, so it like it's to the point
that time too. You was going through it too,
man. Boy, when I say I was crying, bro, y'all crying faithfully, bro. Look, I got the Mike Tyson the meme on my face, bro. No, I mean the Michael Jordan meme. I'm crying, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm crying clear night. I want to see my son. Couldn't talk to him. Couldn't see him. I'm crying many nights, bro. But that crying led to a form of strength. Along through a couple of people that I had met, they gave me good advice and everything of how to handle situations. Point like, yo, just wipe them tears out in this fight. You know what I mean? So that came to a standpoint to a point where I see some men, whatever, I don't have no respect for when they don't fight for their kids. You know what I'm saying? So you had the opportunity to. So I took the opportunity to wipe the tears, man, and stop putting my paperwork to be in my son's life. So they let me know that by me wanting to do that, I love my son. I mean, and I posted the day his birthday. Actually, I put a video up on Facebook this morning that
when you was holding him, that
I whispered some things in his ear when he was first born, and I made sure I keep my word. I mean, that's the word between me and him that I shared with him in his ear, and I gotta make sure I keep my word on that. You know what I'm saying? Not because I want to do it. That's how the Most High allowed me. I mean, this is my love, bro. You know what I mean, so I gotta make sure.
I see the joy in your face every time you with him, man. So
I gotta make sure that's tight.
And so actually, it seems like you and your child mother are at least doing better because you said you mentioned earlier like that they want your day to have, but she called you and was like, hey, you want to spend some time with him on his birthday? So
the one thing about him, it don't matter who got him, his mama, grandmother, they pick up the phone, call me. Hey, I don't care if I'm in California, so I'm flying back to get him. You know what I'm saying? It's been his presence, though. Even down to when I was in the courtroom with the judge, I told the judge, like, look, I want to be like once I come in to talk to him, I was like, I want to be in his presence without being in his presence. The judge like, what you mean? He was 2 years older than I said, what I mean was that I won't be able to feel me through that phone. It's about hearing my voice. At one point, I couldn't talk to him. So the judge made that way that I would talk to him pretty much every day. I mean, even long when I don't have one, to the point where I had again joint custody of my son, got him 7 days a week, every other week. And even got to the point where, man, I'm gonna stay off a little bit. When I did get my joint custody, my son was this place called Kid and Play, actually. It's like a daycare type thing.
Okay.
And this would let me know that my knowledge of prison, my knowledge of the system, that I realized how to protect my boy when it comes to the system. That actually a lady came to that school and did a screening on my son. And I'm still mad about that. To this day.
Permission?
Yeah. Did a screening on my son. And he was 3 at the time. And my son's mother hit me up like, look, they did a screening on our son. Our son failed all the results. Like, nah, I ain't going for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I goes out there to the place to speak to these people, but the lady wasn't there to actually get a screening. So I go back again, got a phone call, go back to him again, and I actually set up this meeting with this lady that gave my son a screening. And I sat down and talked to him. And first thing she did was try to find a way to separate me and my son's mother without her being there, but try to form that line like, this is what your son's mother did. Like, nah, forget that. You're not gonna do it. Even though my son's mother not on good terms, you're not gonna go between that and use it against us because of my son.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the more the story is that I think it's wrong for a person to come in and screen kids at that age and to point and take results like that to a public school when they just now learning how to
try to label them.
Yeah.
Try to label them early.
And what they do is they would take the results of a screening and put it to a public schools. It's like this one is medication come in at. You follow me?
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, so I went and talked to people like, nah, you won't do it. You won't get this one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I went to the public school.
Do it without your permission though. Like you gotta approve
but they tried to. You know what I'm saying? But I even went to the public school themselves, like, look, they need to throw anything in the trash or we're gonna have a problem.
Yeah.
But you know, what it's not gonna do is backtrack on this one because I'm gonna follow all the way through when it comes to this one.
Well, see, that's why that's the importance of having involved fathers because a lot of times, you know, and nothing against the women, but you know, a lot of times the women will take what they say and just be like, okay, well, this lady says it, they know what they're talking about, so I'm gonna let them put my son on medicine, or I'm gonna let them put him in special ed, which you know, you can't judge a child at that age. You know what I mean? Everybody learns at a different pace. Everybody develops, you know, at different stages, but you know, without strong people like yourself, like, nah, nothing ain't wrong with my son. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why, you know, I commend you on that.
Appreciate it, bro.
Got about 5 minutes on the radio, right? So we will keep the conversation going to our listeners on Facebook. But what would you tell your younger self or younger men, you know, to keep them out of the situation that you went through as a man?
Or I'd be telling myself, I don't think I would change different things because what my situation is what made me. You know what I'm saying? But I can't say that a similar situation for somebody that would work for them. You know what I'm saying? I have to be the one that the most has to look. I see your heart. You know what I'm saying? So before I even saw my own heart. So, but I can't say the same would have to, but I would tell the younger person like, yo, try to avoid the street as much as possible because you might not be the one to get that slap on the wrist. You know what I mean? That some guys will get. Because sometimes that first hit can be that like the 3-4 life sentences. You know what I'm saying? Or away from your family. But now I'm gonna go back. Even with me going to prison, bro, one of the heartfelt things that I didn't like being in prison was when I first went in, my parents, man, they came to see me faithful. I got a couple of friends came to see me. But you know, for my family, when I see they had a tight skin because they were young.
Okay. Just one moment. We got a caller real quick. Caller, you are live on the air, WBIS Awesome Radio.
Good evening. I just wanted to say that this was an awesome interview. Marky Riddick, you are to be commended. It's important for us to give people their flowers while they can smell them. And to you, Mr. Richard Taylor, you had an awesome guest on the show, very enlightening, very informative. And both of you brothers, keep on doing what you do because God has got your back. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sharice. You have a great night. Thank you for calling. Oh yeah. So we are back, man. Definitely, man. You know, we got a couple of minutes left, but we're gonna try to keep it live on the on the social media thing.
Okay.
But one thing I want to talk about is the activism too. You know, it was a situation that happened, you know, early this year, if I'm not mistaken, that you were very involved in, you know, in the Elizabeth City community.
Right.
Where does your passion, you know, for activism come from?
They cut all the stuff from prison, bro. I mean, I had to change. I don't want to change something. Even now, it's my Muslim brothers, man. They talk about that. They know, like, yo, all we asking, we not going home. You know what I'm saying? Because I actually carried the guys that actually hung around in prison are doing 3 to 5 life sentences. You know what I mean? That actually hung around in prison. They never going home. Or they like, yo, all we want you to do, Mr. We call me Raheem and that. All we want to do, man, is try to save the youth as much as you can. That's all they asked me to do. I said, yo, I keep my word. So I had to make sure I keep my word when I got out, and I have. You know what I'm saying? So it's something that I just didn't start doing. I've been doing since I've been home. I've been doing different high school speaking. I got out, the high school speaking, different other events speaking, open mic speaking. So it's like I've been doing it since day one. I have continued since I got home. I'm still doing it. So my passion for the youth and try to help the youth as much as I can is not gonna stop because I got a son who be going through gonna be living the same lifestyles that the other kids, and I don't want my son to be that person. You know what I mean? So I gotta make sure I protect him along with his peers. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going hard when it comes to help the youth as much as possible, bro.
Right. So we got 30 seconds on the radio guest on the radio show. What is there anything else that you want to leave with our radio guest?
Man. Yo, get focused. Get focused. Not they ain't and the system ain't playing out here. Get focused.
Yeah, definitely, man. So our radio listening audience, you have been listening to our guest, Markie Riddick. Very, very just passionate, very, very a man of his word. Hold on, we have one more call here. Hold on.
All right.
Caller, you are on the air.
Yo.
Yes.
What's up, man? You got Markie on?
Yeah, well, we only got about 20 more minutes on the 20 more seconds on the radio.
That's my man's whatnot, man. Just wanted to congratulate her.
All right, sir. What's your name?
Man, Sean.
Sean.
All right, Sean. We got the show right, but we gonna check us out on Facebook. We going live on Facebook.
All right.
Thank y'all for tuning in to the U-Turn Show. Check us out next week. We'll holler at you.
Lord, I need you to smile on me. Lord, I'm pleading. Tell me where you want me to go. I want to be right with you.
Can you hear me, Markie?
Yeah, you, bro.
Oh, okay. So yeah, who was that on this? Who was that right there?
That's my man Sean. Sean Harney. He actually from Elizabeth City, and man, his brothers was going real tight because you know where you came to my house that time.
Yeah,
my mom's house. It was in the backyard.
Yeah,
they live in that street in that backyard during that time in the area during that time. So but they moved, and I'm saying up North Carolina over the years. And matter of fact, the brother that was on, he's very, very sharp, bro. Like, to the T sharp. But when I got home, he was incognito. He just sat there and watched me on the book. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
For about a year or two. He ain't even said nothing to me for about a year or two. You know what I mean? And I guess he didn't realize that I'm authentic. When I'm headed at, like, bro, I see you. You know what I mean? And just like that, we just been keeping it tight ever since. Even though we're already tight anyway, but he want to make sure that I'm actually on that path. That, you know what I mean? He like, yeah, you on it. Yeah, you know I ain't faking it. So we've been keeping it tight ever since.
Hey man, that's big. Seems like you got a lot of good people in your corner. Praneet James says, great show, guys. Very consistent. I guess she's talking about you. Great advice. Amazing father. You stepped up on faith. So thank you so much for listening, Miss James. And but yeah, man, we like I said, I went up there with the case of Mr. Brown.
Right.
You know, your childhood friend, and we actually went to the scene, and you showed me, you know, what a lot of people don't see or won't hear. You know, on the news, they get one story, but then you showed me how everything really went down. So how is that situation still affecting the community, or has it died down and there's still outcry?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. When I say it'll be out of God, but I'm gonna say this. From the Andrew Brown situation here in Elizabeth City, bro, it's actually a sad tragedy that had happened to him. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm gonna say is, he shed some light on the town, bro. You know what I'm saying? He shed some light. He exposed the town and still exposing the corruptness in our city, bro. I mean, they always been corrupted. We might have heard something, you might have seen the nicks and pieces, but his situation opened our eyes to let know how corrupt our city is. You know what I'm saying? And how, peace and blessings to the brother. I don't have to, but we appreciate what you did. That it's almost like you sacrificed your life for our city, for people to understand, where we coming from. And that other people don't see. He asked, man, the brother did it, bro.
And the people who don't know, Andrew Brown was shot and killed by the police earlier this year. They were, quote unquote, serving a warrant, but they opened fire on him in his car as he tried to flee away. And they tried to say that they were in danger. But of course, looking at the scene, there was no way that the police were in danger. Eyewitnesses said, they just opened fire on him for no reason at all. So, once again, I just, pray for his family and his kids, and hopefully, they bring, the officers to justice, but it doesn't look like anything's going to happen to him, right?
I'm gonna say I don't know.
Okay.
I hope not. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I hope they get him. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to say too much out my lane myself. I mean, so I hope they get him. You know what I'm saying? So, cause like I said, he shed some light on our town, man. And we got a brother here named Deshaun. He actually got his own from that incident. He actually have his own news broadcast in our own city now. So like he shed some light on many different ways that things we didn't have in our town that we have now. Making it hard for it won't happen no more. I can barely say it won't happen no more.
Okay.
So I can't see something like that happen no more. I'm saying, cause like we got some people that's on it now.
Did it bring people, the community, especially the African American community, to bring us together in a unified front, or
yes and no, yes and no. Probably to the older ones, yeah. The younger ones, they still playing with the hard headed. I mean, that's what they do. They young. I was young once. You know what I'm saying, but I do feel that the young ones have the better opportunity to learn something from people my age or older right now. But they don't want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? But we didn't have this kind of guys when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? Oh, the guys we had I was younger, the older guys like, look, man, shoot. You go to prison, you got the weed on the yard, got the cigarettes on the yard, you have fun, the third. I mean, that's what our older people was telling us growing up.
Wow.
We had about, sit down, young man, go get your education, go do this, go do that. We didn't have that kind of talk. But right now, people got that kind of talk. You know what I'm saying? Especially in my area, but they don't want to listen. But I mean, I go a little deeper than that, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you just gotta keep, you know what I'm saying? Because one thing I found out though, man, like if you talk to the ones, everybody ain't gonna listen, but you're gonna have that one, especially like with people like yourself and myself who've been there.
Right.
And are able to show them a different way, not just tell them a different way and then just be somewhere off the sidelines, in the cut, not doing nothing.
Right.
But,
and what you just said right there is very important. We said show them. You can't keep telling them, because when you start telling people this going one after the other, people don't believe what you tell them no more. You know what I'm saying? So when you tell the truth, they want to see it for themselves. So in other words, we got a young man that want to make a change. We gotta give them something to make a change too. We just can't tell them. I mean, so it's like if they want a job, we gotta give them a job. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could hire a lot of people, but I mean, I'm still at the growing company. I can't hire right now, but probably next 4 or 5 years. Oh yeah, I'm ready to hire, but I gotta make sure that they are mentally prepared, because I'm not hiring anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'll make sure they mentally prepared.
And actually, I might need you for an expo, man. We looking for me and my other guy. He do pressure washing and landscaping, Fort Little Drive. Well, we're trying to put together something like maybe like a 2-day event or something like that, where we can bring children. And I don't know how to work, because I know you need certain tools and you need certain things, or maybe you can even do the simulation thing. But we want to teach them.
I don't mind showing brothers how to do the work.
Yeah,
I don't mind sharing my education. I don't mind sharing the bit of the thing about it is, I know what I bring to the table when it comes to my field of work, and that's pretty much honesty and communication. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to a customer get tired of me. I'm like, yo, come, let me show you something. Let me show you this. Let me show you that. I ain't gonna tell you nothing. I'm gonna show it to you.
Okay.
You might not know what I'm talking about, but never gonna show you what I'm showing you. Like, yeah. I mean, so the customer might get tired of me. Come and get them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
where do you see yourself, man, in 5 years, if you can look that far? I know that's a generic. Everybody asks that question.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Hey, look, bro. 5 years from now, I see myself probably with 10 trucks, probably about maybe 10 to 15 employees, man. But that's with the HVAC itself. You know what I'm saying? But far as the beard thing, yo, I see bright future, bro. You know what I'm saying? on that note, you know what I'm saying? I feel bright future is all about what we put into it. But we got people just try to block us, but they can't stop what the Most High got for you. So it's all good. You know what I mean? All right, go.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Sharice Boyd Jackson said it's important to talk and encourage the young people, especially the black males, Believe me when I say some of the information you dispense will stick down the line, which is very true. She works in the, she has worked and still works in the judicial system.
Okay.
So, she's seen, some things, some turnarounds, but she also knows how important it is, to speak that life, to speak that word, to speak that encouragement, because if they don't hit it then, you know what I'm saying? Like, because like a lot of things people used to tell me when I was young, I heard it and I was like, but then when the situations came or the time came to change, those things came to mind and gave me the encouragement, to change. And Praneek James said once again, let's give Miss James a props. She is the beard huntress, right? That's
right.
The product that y'all are pushing. We're going to shout out the beard huntress, and so that's who you are representative for right now, right?
Right. That's right. Me, my cousin Simon Riddick, and Mr. Justin Wilford, the one that commented earlier on the other part of the video. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, definitely I heard good things about it, Miss James. So you see, I'm trying to grow me something, man. So I might have to holler at you, man. I got a little something going on. This is my first go at it, so hopefully I can get, what I'm saying, with the beard game.
Right. With the beard game. I got you.
Yeah, man. So, but yeah, man, I ain't gonna hold you up, man. I know it's getting late, man, but I definitely want to thank you, man, for taking the time out to, to share your story, to give people a different perspective, on how you changed and the things, that you went through to change. And I'm pretty sure that, once again, we're gonna do something great, man. We're gonna try to start, talking again, start doing some little programs that we can get get some youth motivated, keep them from going the same way that we went. And also even if they're not going that way, man, let's do something, to push them towards the right way, man, because
man, it's one saying, I appreciate you, man, but the one saying that I dislike. And when people like, well, all you need is one. Nah, bro, I don't need one person. I gotta go for the gusto. Yeah, man. I gotta go for all of them. I mean, I might grasp it, but my goal is get all of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Man, that's good, man. That's good. So we're gonna end the show, man. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you, bro.
Sharice Jackson, Boy Jack say yes, thank you. Where do I look for the info about that beard thing? My mister has a thick long one.
Actually, you go on the website, it's thebeardhunters.com. It's just plain and simple like that. Give you a rundown on the product. And I guarantee that the holidays coming up and everything, but you would love it. You would definitely love it.
I'm gonna put that.
Yeah. Thebeardhunters.com. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that doesn't show. Okay. Yeah, thebeardhunters.com. I did put it there as well. So yeah, check out. Okay, well, she said use code. Okay, we got you, Miss James. I certainly thank y'all for interacting. Thank you, Sharice. Thank you to everyone.
I want to say one more thing before I go over on mine.
Oh yeah, Go ahead.
For me doing my heating up situation, it's a company called the Johnstone Supply House, and I gotta give a couple guys. If I miss them, I meant to say it. I know we got time, but all love. They show me mad love. Communications well. When it comes to the companies, Nolan, the companies, everybody is showing mad love to a brother that's just now coming out in the field of work and showing that it's possible. I only stick to it, man. You know what I mean?
And what's the name of the company again?
One of them's called Johnstone Supply. The other one's called Nolan's. So I will get, and a couple of the technicians, guy that that's on their own business as well, that's in surrounding areas, is man, show the brother man love, man, appreciation, man, how that a brother can come out. Cause all to know my situation, and then that I hear nothing from them. I came out of prison, and then when I say they say they're proud of me continuously. I see how much they're proud of me. These are major companies that's telling me this. Saying so.
Yeah,
I want to right step back, huh?
Yeah, I'm proud of you too, bro.
Yeah, appreciate it, bro.
Proud of you keeping your holding your head through even that situation. Like with the son, the school, and all of that stuff, man. Like, you know, it takes discipline, it takes temperance, and not let, we can be angry, but then we got to keep that thing under control and figure out the best way to get through this situation.
I can't in front, but sometimes like, man, after that, I got an Uncle Al. He tell me all the time, breathe. You know what I'm saying? The more you focus on your breath, the more that deep thought or want to do something crazy just go away like it never existed. You know what I'm saying? Just breathe.
That's good. Fruit of the Spirit. Okay, Miss James. Fruit of the Spirit. Definitely. Johnstone Electrical Supply, man. I thank you so much, man. And you know, we can we'll probably do this again sometimes, man. And you know, I'm gonna definitely get by there and check you out. You know, get back up the way, man. Go grab something to eat or something, man. We ain't getting nothing to eat last time.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. But I definitely, man, thank you for joining, man. You have a good night. Appreciate your time, and thank y'all as well for joining. Y'all have a good night.
You too, bro. Yeah.